Hi there, I'm Thomas, and welcome to this little guide for Introduction to CxPlanner. So this guide here is for the admin user, so I will quickly guide you through how to set up the platform and create your first project. So hang tight for the next 5 minutes here. Logging into CxPlanner, this here will be your main interface. You can customize this as you like. Back to that later on. In the top right corner, all the way up here, you see there's an avatar. I have a little photo. You might just have a little icon. Click on that one. And you'll see there's 4 options. The first 4 options, these are like personal options, your account settings, that kind of stuff. All users have access to those. Then the next 2 ones, that is the users in the platform, and then the company profile. Hitting the company profile, you see that expands. So these are like your backend settings for your CxPlanner license. There's the agreement, a login link, logo, all of that stuff. For you, you should go into the logo and upload your company logo, because that means then all the exports from the platform will use your company logo instead of the CxPlanner logo. We also have the direct link to our help pages down here, otherwise it's the logout. At the bottom right here, you have a little chat icon. Hit that one, and then you can send a request or a message to my team, and then we'll get back to you as soon as possible with a response and an answer. All main navigation in the platform, beside those 2 like settings area, that is on the left side over here in the sidebar. We are at the home, then we have the projects and the templates in there. That's like the 2 main areas. And then you have a couple of shortcuts. These shortcuts here will differ a bit on the types of license that you have. Everyone will have access to the ones called tasks assigned to you and checklists assigned to you. So that's whatever you've been assigned to across the platform. Then I also have access to one called Global Gantt, and that is because I can stack. That means like put the different Gantt charts timelines above each other to see if there's any correlations or overlap between the projects I'm working at. Well, let's go into the projects and create a project together. Projects. So within the projects here, I have access to all of my projects coming all the way down here. And at the top up here, I have 2 buttons. These 2 buttons here is for a general, a new project, or a CMS project. You might only have access to one of these. That doesn't matter. The concept here is that they will guide you to create 2 types of projects. I'm going to show you first the new project, normal project here. So opening that one. Then we will go through a little guide to create the new project. You're going to do that a couple of times, and then we're going to standardize that for you. So it will be standardized for your company, so you don't have to go through it. So let's see, TTR on tour 1. So we only have to specify the name, the dates, and all of that. That's pure optional. Just going to put a little data in here so we have something to look at, like that. Continue. Oh, one note, you see down here, you have a sandbox. That is if you want to have. If you click on that one, then this project will not count towards your license. That means it will be a testing project. So that is a good option to go for the first couple of times. Continue. Then we suggest 4 different types of projects. So this is just to help you like getting started quickly. If you want to make everything yourself, go for the other project type. I'm going to go with the construction project here. Then we have the modules that we can enable. We're going to run with the defaults. That's commissioning, the analytics, and some punch list management. We can always come back later on and enable the other modules. A good rule of thumb is to start as slim as possible and then just expand as the project also evolves. Continue. Then these are like some custom fields. So this is like a priority custom field and a category custom field. If you want to change some of this, change it. If you want to add additional ones later on and remove these, you can do that. You're never locked in. Then the last thing before we have the new project, that is the test levels. So you see here, mechanical, pre-funk, system testing. That's the ones I decided for this little template here. If you don't like it, remove it. Change the name, do that. And we can also do this later on. So you're never locked in. With those words, we are ready for some confetti. And then we're live. So now you are within a project. You can see that in the top here. You have an ID and you have the name. That means everything from now on is only within this little lock box for this project. Navigation is still done on the sidebar to the left. So over here, we are at the dashboard. That's what you see. Data will be accumulated as we go on with the project. Let me quickly go through the sidebars so we have that in order. You have the task and the checklist assigned to you. So that's the same two ones that we have on the main dashboard, but now only within a specific project. These will show whatever you've been assigned to, but only on this project here. They are pretty handy on mobile devices. So when the subs is getting live on the platform, it's like one click for them and they can see exactly what they need to do. Then for this project here, we have the analytics enabled. We have some punch list management, some files, and some commissioning. These options here, the sidebar will expand and collapse a bit based on the number of utilities and modules that you enable. A couple of quick words on these. Analytics, all the charts, all the progress tracking. Then the task management, that's where all the punch list issues will be. For now, we have only like the global punch list enabled. So it's like the main spreadsheet. When you're uploading drawings, you'll get another one called floor plan and arrangements where you can pinpoint the issues on drawings. Then a file section and the system and test view where you can structure your equipment. But for this little guide here, the main concept will be to show you how to set the project up. That means we're going to add some users to it. We're going to do that within the settings over here on the left side. But before going into that, you can see that we have this box here, users attached to the project. There's only me for now. We're going to fix that. We have add users and add floor plan. That's two shortcuts into the settings. But I'm going to go the traditional manual way by clicking project settings. Now you are within the backend of a project. So you have the details. That's where we can change all of the stuff. As you are the administrator of the license, keep in mind that the status here, I'm click on that one. Then you can see you can change the status of the project. As long as it's open, it counts towards your license. So we close it, it's like a free project and you're not billed for it. Changing the name, hit that one, change the name, click save. So that's the concept of changing these details there. You also have an option like to upload a company, a project logo if your client wants the logo also in the reports. Then out here you see we have the users, the tools, the task options, the floor plans, and so on and so on. Before we dive into the users, just a quick note on tools and modules. Right here, that's where you can enable the different tools. Then the reports is enabled in the sidebar. Want to disable it again, just remove it, and then it's gone. Data is not deleted, we're just hiding it. Then the task options. This is where you can change different types of statuses that a task and issue can have, the categories, and down here you can add like your custom fields. So all the backend settings can be done here. But for now, let's go into the users. Right here, you see there's one user, that's me. Yeah, we're gonna fix that now. We can fix it in two ways. We can utilize the create new user, that's one user at a time, or we can use the search functionality over here. The search functionality is like your global contact book in CxPlanner. It's also a way for you to copy paste in a full Excel file with all the names and emails. We're going to pass that and invite all of those guys in one go. But now we're going to create a new user, hitting that one. And then I'm adding this guy here. So type in the email, click next. If that user already have an account, then they will be like automatically found. Otherwise, you have to specify name and company. Click next. And then we have the different privileges of the project role here. Admin and manager, internal users, and keep them as few as possible. Especially the admin, or mainly you can like have one and maybe two persons as admin because they can delete the project and really mess things up. But a general user, a commissioning guy, they should be able to add assets, perform checklists, approve issues, all of that stuff. Add new users should be a manager. Then you have the rest of the roles here. If you're in doubt, always go with the contractor because the contractor, they can access the project, but they cannot change things or go into the settings. They can actually only do what you assign them to do. So it's a good role to assign people to. Then the last thing, that is the user groups. So you see, this here suggests that it's an internal person. That's because Anders and me is actually from the same company. Otherwise, you can select another group of users, like the GC, the electrical contractor, whatever you like. Or you can also add new user groups. That could be like the owner, whatever you have. Click that, and that's it. Now the user has been added. They will receive an email and invite them to CxPlanner. Click on the confirmation link. They are getting directly into this project here. And then you have them as a collaborator. That's the main concept of creating a project and adding a user into the platform. Be sure to look into the Help Center. We have a couple of extra articles and videos on showcasing how to either utilize the estimate test view, utilizing the asset module, uploading the floor plans, and the next steps that you're going to go through. If you have any questions, you can send us an email at support@cxplanner.com or write a message to us through the chat in the bottom right corner. Have a good one.